We heard a lot about the subject of being in the end of time or being in a transition time. And I want to explain a little bit how this is really happening and to bring it to a kind of understandable way to comprehend. So the end of time, or what is called in Sanskrit Kali Yoga, is not a precise moment when it started. It is not like the day so and so, no. But we can say it is thousands of years ago. It's not just recently. It is, the Prophet ﷺ said, the end of time will start when I'm passed away. And then that will be the beginning. But there are also other sayings, and they show it has been also before. So what do we understand by that? That everything that happens, you have to understand, needs a kind of platform, needs a kind of stage where it can happen. Now think a stage where you want to make a concert, and the stage is very much in a disorder, is very like roughly done. The electricity doesn't really work, the light doesn't really work. Now what kind of concert you could expect on a stage like this, and which kind of musicians a stage like that, a place like this, would feel attracted? So the earth has been commanded, let's say like this. As it's a being, it is also under command, like all of us, like everything. And the command was to lower down its vibrational condition, let's say, to become a heavy planet, a bad planet somehow, that can invite bad spirits, that can invite demonic spirits, that can invite mischievous people. And that's us. We are the mischievous ones that the earth allows us to come, and it had to come down very much, very, very much, so that we could live there, because if the vibration was very high, we could not stay here, right? This is one of the reasons why we are now here, and especially in the last centuries, especially the last century, it came lower and lower, and so 2 world wars could happen. That has to do with that. But we had also long wars before, 100 years wars, 30 years wars. So this is, that whole period is the end of time, and the end of time is accompanied by very mischievous, bad behaving people, stupid behaving, non-intelligent behaving, ignorance, brutality, corruption, prostitution. We can say Sodom and Gomorrah. That is very much what is happening, right? And even we have a brilliant mind, we are not able to really use it for our good. Some of you individually might be able, but as a collective, we are in a kind of psychotic state, right? So now, in this transition time, when there is a transition to a new vibration, let's say a new period, which is called the Aquarius time, that is a higher vibrational thing. The earth starts to vibrate higher, and not only the Earth, our whole solar system actually does it. Yeah, like also the other planets around us, those who are close and famous, now the 7 big masters, they also, for example, heat up. Yeah, it's not just Earth, and this is not esoteric. This is astrophysics. Yeah, and in their planet, we cannot say it is caused by inhabitants or by industrial reasons, right? Yeah. So this is very important to understand, that we are in a mischievous condition, and being this mischievous people, we of course need, or we experience very strong pressure now, because we are now getting in a higher vibration, and that means the water is up to here. Yeah. And for some of you, it's up here. Yeah. And you feel it. You feel the pressure, maybe not especially in this month because it is Ramadan, so a lot of people fasting, and of course that has an effect, a relieving effect, a releasing effect. But wait and see after Ramadan. There you will experience much more pressure coming. Yeah, again, but it rises up, and this is what you should expect. Yeah. You can feel it in your private life, you can feel it in our collective sense that the pressure is enormous, right? It's enormous on every level. So the way to raise up, of course, is to go to the cellar, to go to the place where we don't want to go, where we are afraid of, where we are wounded, where we are in a way not attracted to go. Yeah, right. So that is the place where the pressure comes from. Yeah, you can think it like it rained a lot, and now the cellar is flooded. Yeah, the cellar is flooded, and the water comes up, and it will come up more and more. Yeah, because there is no way we can ignore it any longer. We are now in a position, if we keep on ignoring, we will just disappear. Yeah, because we cannot stay there. So, for example, in this time also, why is it a time where a war is very possible? Because a lot of people cannot handle the new vibration anymore. They just want to go. Yeah, they want to go, and it is very often the leaders that they unconsciously prepare situations that they are so crazy. Yeah, they become so crazy. I mean, I don't know if you can see that or not, but if you cannot see it in your own country, look to Germany. Yeah, and you will find out that it is close to a mental house condition. Yeah, politically spoken, right? If you look to America, it's already psychotic. Yeah, that is clear. England, also very, very weird, to say the least. Yeah, Italy we don't have to mention, because Italy is always in a constant psychotic condition somehow. France, yeah, also completely off the road. Wherever you look now, you find the leaders as if they are in a kind of confusion. No, they just don't know anymore what to do. They act out of impulses, yeah, of fears, of threats, of whatever, you know. So everything goes in a kind of uncontrolled place, right? Now, it is very important that you understand this is not outside of us. This is not the others, because there is no others. Yeah. This is us. You see it in the others. This is what the ego does. It projects. Yeah, it looks everything into the other. Yeah, in your wife, in your brothers, in your husband. This is the other, and this is where you see what you don't want to see. Yeah, so we project our own darknesses always to the other. Yeah, and this is the beginning of awakening, that you stop doing that. So it's not the Jewish, it's not the Muslims, it's not the Buddhists, it's not the Hindus, it's not the fault of the Catholic Church. All of them are just representatives of our own shadows. Yeah. So you have to turn in. That is the most important now. Yeah. And it's very simple. You don't have to do a very special thing. You just have to close your eyes and sit, and whatever comes up, and it will come up, yeah, because the cellar is already flooded, so it's already pressuring, yeah, it will come up, okay? And when we talk about a higher vibration, what does that mean really? Well, the first aspect you need to understand is that these higher, so-called higher vibrations have to do a lot with time. Yeah. And this is a subject which is very important to understand, because we are living in a dimension where people believe and feel there is linear time. Yeah. There is a past and there is a future. And then there comes this new age and says to you, be in the moment, right? Yeah, that you are hammered. It got hammered on you, that you always have to be in the moment. Yeah. So what does the mind does? It snaps, yeah, to the present moment and says, okay, now I'm aware, right? Now I'm in the moment. I'm aware. Yeah. No, you're not. Yeah. That is not awareness. That is just concentration. Okay. And concentration, you can hold it for a certain period of time, but you cannot be concentrated all day long, right? So to live in the presence is just another form of time, of linear time. It is just another thing, so that the present moment moves and moves and moves and moves, okay? Yeah. What we are talking about, a higher vibrational time, is that you go out of time, yeah, of the linear time, yeah, that you feel yourself a being that is, for example, always young, yeah, because that's the reality, yeah. Your timeless being, so-called, your being out of time, feels young, yeah. So when you become elder, you have this strange feeling, that something is not really working here, right? No? Because you feel yourself young, but the mirror says you are old, yeah, right? And that is the problem, yeah. This is what we don't understand. Have you never noticed it becomes stronger and stronger the elder you become? You never feel old in the terms of old. You feel old when you identify with the body. Is it or not? Yeah. Then you understand, okay, I'm getting elder, right? But leave the body away, yeah, and you find yourself young. Yeah. You find yourself young, and you will be always young. Yeah. You cannot grow old. In this timeless zone, you cannot grow old. You are young. Yeah. You're not only young, you are full of energy, you're fresh, you are in power. The moment you come back in time, yeah, which is the ego, yeah, the time, ego is bonded to the time. It thinks only in time, and all the fears that you experience are based on time. Yeah. Will I be alone when I'm old? Will I be this when I'm poor, or will I be this what I do when my money goes away, what do I do when my health goes away. All that has to do with time. Yeah. Will someone love me? Yeah. Will I find someone that I can love? Will I be whatever, right? So when you understand that within time, it is impossible for you to reach a really significant higher state. Yeah. You have to allow yourself to leave time. Yeah. So when your mind says to you, you don't have time, yeah, everyone runs around with having no time. Yeah. The women that have no babies, they have already a watch running and say, I have no time. Yeah. The men have by default no time. Yeah. There's always a time hunt. Yeah. You try to gain time, to create time in your life. Is it or not? Yeah. And maybe you noticed that is not really possible. Yeah. Because you can't fight with the time. Why you cannot fight with the time? You have to understand that time is you. You are the time. You're not only the time, but you're also the space. That's why it says, Sahiba Saman, the master of time. Sahib al-Maqam, the master of place. Right? There's the two titles every sheikh receives when he is really on that place. Yeah. And what you can do when you are out of time, that you, for example, you can see as a good example in the work of Muhyiddin Ibn Arabi. He was effectively writing 900 books. Yeah. 900. 200 are a little bit doubtful, but securely 700. Okay. And none of the books, except a few ones, are small. The most books of him are really hundreds of pages. Yeah. So they made a calculation. If he wrote 700 books in the lifetime that he has been reported, it is impossible. Even he would write day and night, he would not be able to have written 700 books. There's no way. Yeah. Or 900. So when you are in time, you see, when you have this consciousness of time, then you sit in this ego structure that is very painful and pressures you. I have to get enlightened in this lifetime. What have I been in another lifetime? What I will be in the next lifetime? Yeah, so many lifetimes, and that is very, very important for us, right? Especially in the esoteric scene, there's always lifetimes, and whatever there is. No. So what we mean when we are saying you are living in the presence, yeah, it's not a moment of time. It is exactly the opposite. It is out of time. Yeah, it's a timeless zone. And you experience this timeless zone, for example, when you have an accident. Yeah, that is on the verge to kill you. Then you slow down in time. You have this slow motion experience. Yeah. Before the car crashes, and you are almost out of yourself. Maybe sometimes it happens that you come out of yourself, of your body, and you come in a timeless zone where time works completely different, right? The same happens to you when you go in a dream. Yeah, when you sleep, you're not anymore in time in that moment. Yeah, you sleep, and your mind tells you that you slept a night. Yeah, but you could also sleep hundreds of years. Not a long time ago, I had an operation, and I remember that when I when I got the injection and they count you down, no, like 10, 9, 8, I think I needed only 3 numbers and then I was already gone. And a second later, I woke up again. A second. Yeah, this is how it felt. And I couldn't believe it that in between that second happened an operation. Yeah. Okay. And this is because you are sent in a timeless zone. Yeah. And this is why you hear Maulana so often saying this word eternity. Yeah. Eternity. This is the space where there is no time. Right? And this is the area where we refer to be. Yeah. And when you come out of time, automatically all your fears, all your desires, all your funny behaviors of making your life miserable, yeah, all the funny decisions that we do to make our life chaotic, complicated, and destructive, all that stops. Yeah. It is as if you have been a balloon flying chaotically according the wind drives you, and puff, you land and you can understand how everything works. Yeah. How can you know that you are in time? It is when you feel driven. Yeah. When there is something in you that is all the time driven, that needs to do things, that needs to plan, that needs to have a plan for the next 10 years minimum. Yeah. Right? And it makes you mad when you don't have that plan. Did you always never notice that it is very, very difficult to have really a plan for your life? No? And in the Quran it says, you make a plan and Allah makes a plan. Yeah. And know that Allah is the better planner. Yeah. So you can make a plan, but the plan is for nothing. Yeah. The plan is for nothing. There is no real plan. All the things you planned, did they came out like that? I have never met anyone where the plan worked. Yeah. But maybe you know better. Some things, of course, you say they worked. Yeah, but they worked not because you made a plan. They were simply working because it was written for you. Yeah. Because you are a child of time and space. As long as you are identified with time. Yeah. You see time something out of yourself. You say, time is around me. This is like a ghost. Yeah. That hunts you, isn't it? Yeah. That comes every day to your door and says, you have no time. Yeah. And at any time we can catch you, right? Anytime. You are completely powerless. Is it or not? And this is what you tell yourself every day if you are looking towards time. Yeah. I hope you are with me here. Yeah, because this is a really important point. Yeah. So these children that came, these mischievous children that come to our earth, we are, all of us, we are one of them. They are extremely, extremely, extremely difficult to educate. No, all of them. There is no exceptions. Gradually, some are a bit more difficult than others, but as a general amount of people, let's say a general crowd, none is really better than the other. Yeah. So we are very mischievous. And from time to time, one breaks through and becomes enlightened, yes, and says, hello, you should really turn 180 degrees round. Yeah, it's not going like that. And with us, we can say definitely it's like this. We are just 180 degrees in the wrong direction. Yeah, but the opposite. Is it or not? Yeah. Yeah. Then look your own life. If you feel that your life is a permanent ladder going up, congratulations. Yeah. But most of people also, even they are on a spiritual path, they are still living in the same confusion like everyone else. Yeah. The blessing they have is that they have laws that they follow. Yeah. And that protects you from the worst. No? If you follow these universal laws, if you follow the laws that are in all the spiritual paths in all the religions are the same. Yeah, if you noticed, they are not really different. If you follow those laws, you have a certain protection from your foolishness, from your ignorance, from your stupidity. But that doesn't mean that you feel good, that you feel happy. Yeah. So that's why, for example, every religious people think if everyone would be a Muslim, a Jewish, a Christian, a Buddhist, a Hindu, whatever they want to be, you to be, then the world would be good, right? Because then all follow the right thing. Is it or not? Yeah. But the problem is you are following the laws, but you're not following the laws. Yeah. You are like a mischievous child that says, okay, naja, okay. If I don't get to eat, if I misbehave and I don't get to eat, okay, then I behave. Yeah. Right? But that is not really awakening. That is not really understanding what you are doing. Yeah. So you feel there is always a threat in your life, right? Yeah. There is always a threat in our lives. In everyone's life is a threat. Some have many threats, not just one, but one threat for sure you have. Yeah, that tells you every day, I'm coming, I'm I'm coming to you. Yeah, it just is the question of time, but I'm on my way to you, right? Yeah. So first work now, not to be buried alive, yeah, in the cellar, is to have the intention to correct yourself ethically. Yeah. That means you follow the principle of truth, of honesty, of sincerity, of loyalty, of not speaking bad about others, yeah, not being envy, not being jealous, not being so and so and so and so, yeah. But the main thing you have to do is to sing, yeah. When you sing, you come out of time, yeah. This is why you hear divine sounds, yeah, and singing is must, yeah. Even when you listen music, you come out of time. When you dance, also you are somehow out of time, right? But the singing is the most powerful. No, this is where you express your life. If you noticed, yeah, your voice, your everything goes through your mouth. And in Spain, they say the fish dies by his own mouth. Yeah, so when you are not singing, you are too much into thinking. Yeah, So singing is really, really a must nowadays. Yeah, this is, don't think it like, okay, yeah, I like singing. Yeah, why not? You know, no. Now it's becoming fard. It becomes a must. Yeah, in Arabic, fard means must. Yeah, not that you think something strange now. Yeah, so it's a must. Okay. And what it will do to you is that you come in contact with what you don't like to come in contact, because you don't want to hear yourself. You don't want to really go there. You want to shine. You want to be a great singer from the very beginning, but you don't want to do the work. Yeah. So working out your voice is really working out yourself. You will see that. Yeah. Okay. The first singing school is the Drupad school. Yeah, that is coming from south of India. Thousands, no one knows exactly when it started, but it's thousands of years old. And what do they do is that they just make sounds. Yeah, you go by sounds. What is sounds? Sounds is vibration, right? Yeah. So when, for example, one sign that you change dimension is that you don't hear anymore, right? Yeah. You will hear things very weird. Yeah. Voices of others can become voices like Mickey Mouse, because you are in another vibrational dimension. And so what happens here is not working well in the other side. You understand? Yeah. So singing, very, very, very important. Second thing is, of course, thankfulness. Yeah. Also, this is not an option. This is not something that you may do or may not do. Yeah. That is something you just have to do. Okay. If you want to be in this world, because what will happen in the future is the pressure comes so strong that you want to go. Yeah. If you cannot allow yourself to come up, okay, and get your selfishness into the hold, into strains, and start to live a life that is meaningful and that is obedient. Yeah. Yeah. All the things that we don't like to hear, right? Yeah. Already the word obedience, makes us to shiver, is it or not? Yeah. But that is where it goes. Yeah. Everything in this creation is obedient, except us. Yeah. That's why we are isolated in space. We don't have neighbors that we could harm them, because that's what we would do. Yeah. If we had the technology to go to another planet, what will we do? We're gonna check it. Has it oil? Has it gas? Has it elements that we need? Yeah, and pang, we make trouble, right? Think about the first period of colonization. Colonization was actually going like to unknown territory. Yeah. When they found out that in these unknown territories, people have a lot of gold. Yeah, what was the plan? To be nice with them and to say, oh, you are good people, we really want to know how you believe, and they said no. Yeah, they didn't care. They came back with the guns, they shot them down, they genocided them. Yeah, right. This is who we are, mischievous. Yeah. So earth got commanded by the sun, now you are coming up again. It's okay. You can come up again. Yeah. So better beings, higher beings, will come to live at your surface, and they will be nice with you. They will treat you good. They will love you. They will be just all right. They will not kill each other. They will not use any crazy stuff, weapons, chemical, biological, atomic, whatsoever. Yeah, they have their marbles all right. They can live peacefully with each other. They are not driven by empty by empty envy, yeah, by empty anger, by empty jealousy, by empty competition, by empty fears. They're not driven like that. They love. They love, and they know there is only one position for us, and this is to serve. Yeah. There is no other position for us. It's the only thing that reality holds for us is to be useful, to serve with your talents that you have, with your gifts that you have been given. Yeah. It's not to express yourself, yeah, and I don't know, make a show. Yeah. No. It is to serve. Yeah. Okay. So time hunts you and will keep on hunting you until you surrender. Yeah. You're ready to leave yourself, your plans, your judgments, yeah, foolish decisions, and so on and so on. Yeah. You stop looking to the other. Like Ramana Maharshi, maybe you heard about him. He was questioned by one of his students, "Oh, Ramana, what do we do when another is giving us trouble?" And he said, "There is no other." Yeah. And Muslims, oh, my Muslim brothers, haven't you heard from the Prophet ﷺ that he said every brother is a mirror to the other? Yeah, what do you see in the mirror? The other? No, you see yourself. That's the only thing you can see. And it is exactly what happens every day. You look in the mirror and you say, it's not so good. Yeah, it's not so good. It's not so happy. Yeah, right? But usually you wouldn't go and demolish the mirror. No. Only in Snow White, the bad queen, yeah, that she asked always the mirror, who is the most beautiful? And the mirror said over a long time, he said, oh, you are the most beautiful. But now, Snow White, she's 1,000 times more beautiful than you. Yeah. So what was her idea? He said, okay, I have to kill this girl. Yeah. Then I will be again the most beautiful. Yes. But you can't go around and kill everyone, yeah, or bring them down. No? You understand? That will not make you more beautiful. Hmm? Okay. So to say thank you is good. To sing thank you is better. Yeah. Because then you come to praise. And praise has the word raise inside. Yeah. It has also the word praying inside. So you pray and you raise, you praise. And this is what you actually really want. That is your highest desire. That's your innermost wish, is to praise the Father, the Mother, yeah, whatever you want to call it, yeah, the Great Spirit, the intelligence, the divine. Yes, that is what you want to praise. And Allah says in the book of love, you are Khalifatullah, you are my representative. You can have what I have. You can be what I am. Yeah. But the ego cannot do that. There is no place there. Yeah. That is not possible. You will not become Jesus. Okay. So, what is the cause of all our pain, of all our fears, of all our worries? Is resistance. Yeah. Resistance to the reality that there is only one presence, one being, one life, one source. Yeah. It's the king. And in front of the king, we have to be humble. We have to be obedient. We have to be faithful, right? And planetarian-wise, the king is represented by the sun. And the ego, our illusionary self, is represented by the moon. It doesn't have a light by itself. Yeah. Therefore, it always feels in need, because it forgot itself. It feels in need. It says, I need love from you. I need light from you. I need knowledge from you. I need confirmation from you. Yeah. From the other. You need everything from the other. How can that ever be a successful model? You understand? So now is a time that you see all the treasures that are inside of you, and that you praise the one that gave them to you. Yeah. And it doesn't give them to you to freak out. Yeah. To say, look how much more brilliant I am compared to you. Or how much more strong, or how much whatever. No. Yeah. You are there. If you can help one win whatever, then this is what we should do. Yes. So Ramadan is the month of fasting. And this is where we experience also a different time, if you noticed. Yeah, time is very soft in the month of Ramadan. It's very, very peaceful. It's very easy. Yeah, no stress. Very calm, very light. Yeah, and it has these 3 periods of forgiveness, of mercy, and of to purify us, and to sanctify us. So we come now in the last 10 days, and these days there is a practicing which is called ihtikaf. That means you retire from the world. Yeah, you come and you try to spend much more time with yourself in these days. Yeah. And very important also the nights. All the nights in Ramadan are very, very special, but the last 10, they are the most particular. And in one of them, there is hidden the night of power. It's called Laylatul Together, the night of power. Yeah. And in that night, it is said in the book of love, it is worth more than 1,000 months. Yeah. And 1,000 months, if you make a calculation, is more or less the lifespan of the average lifespan of a human being. Yeah. So that one night is worth more than a whole life, a whole lifetime. Yeah. And when you can be with yourself in this timeless, you're heading yourself to the timeless zone, to eternity. Then that night may open to you. Yeah. And why is it called the night of Qadr? Because this is the first attribute of the divine that you will meet. When you have contact with the divine, you will not meet him as love or as just beauty. You will meet him under the aspect of power. Yeah. Because when you come to a king, yeah, the first manifestation of the king is that he is more powerful than you, right? That makes the king, no? Or the president, whatever. Yeah, he is more powerful than you. Yeah. And that king shows his power. And there is no description to it. Yeah. You can't live with it. You can't tolerate it. It's too hard. Yeah. It forces us on our knees. This is why people started to come on their knees, to pray on their knees. It's not that they said, "Oh, I feel so much attraction to come down to my knees." No. Yeah. It's by force. By this force that is not selfish. It's just there. And it forces the entire universe to spin as he likes. Yeah. It commands everything and all, from the smallest particle to the whole universe, to the whole galaxies. And it holds our soul in its power. And you will meet this power. Yeah. You meet it, actually, you can meet it in this very moment. Because it is always there. And it is without any escape. That power sends you to heaven or to hell. And you cannot do anything about it. Because that power is very just. It's very clear. It doesn't punish you. It just shows you where is your path going. The second meeting will be love. And also that is indescribable. Yeah. But remember, those of you who know about Islam or who are Muslims themselves, how the Prophet ﷺ received in the night of power the message. Was it like a light being came and said, "Oh, our beloved one, we want to kindly show you something and give you a nice message"? Yeah? No. He was pressed, right? He was pressed that he thought he dies. Yeah. He was squeezed. Whatever there had been ego left in him, it was squeezed out of him to ashes. Yeah. He could not have a single thought or anything in that moment. Yeah. And the angel, Jibril alayhi salam, yeah, he came to him and he squeezed him, because that is what they do. Yeah. He squeezed him so crazy, yeah, that he thought he loses his mind, he loses his life, he loses everything. Yeah. And when he was in the correct position, where there was nothing left from him, he said, read. Read by the name of your Lord. Yeah. And you may believe that or not, it is not important, because reality will teach and will show. Yeah. It is not important what you believe at the end of the day, because you will meet reality one day. All right? If you have some wisdom left, if you have a capacity for wisdom, then better humble down and listen to what has been told. Yeah. Okay. If you are in resistance with your papa, yeah, then you don't like this kind of words, because that reminds you on the papa, yeah, that speaks hard with you, and so on and so on. Or you're in resistance with your mama is the same. Yeah. That's why we start to work with the mother and the father first, because this is where the most resistances are sitting. Yeah. Okay. And this is why it says in the book of love, honor your mother, honor your father, right? Doesn't say obey, doesn't say love them. It says honor them, right? You cannot obey them. We are not in the state of obedience. Yeah. And we are definitely not in the state of love. But we can honor. That is third thing. Try to practice. Honor everyone. What means honor? What do you do when you honor somebody? You leave him, you leave her in the place they have, right? You don't touch them with your judgment, with your thoughts, with your plans that you think, oh, this person should have such and such, or should do such and such. No. You honor them, you leave them completely free. You say, as you are, mashallah, I accept it. Yeah, I honor you, right? And when you start to honor others, you feel honored by yourself, because you do what you want to receive. Yeah. Every time you do what you want to receive, that is the way to get it. Yeah. Okay. 1 minute already. I'm over the time. So if you fast, I congratulate you for your fasting, and I hope that it is easy for you and that you feel really the blessings of it. And now Jupiter will come in a very auspicious position, very powerful, very, very important. But like everything, if they want to give you a gift, you have to prepare the ground for it. Yeah. And to prepare our ground means always that we accept that we have the courage to look to the dark side of the moon, right? Where there never comes any light. The sun is not helping you there. You have to do it. That is the work. Yeah. If the sun would do it, what is the point? There is no understanding. There is no comprehension. There will be no evolution. Yeah. You have to make your way to that other side. Okay? And wherever you find there, take it. And don't fight it. Just look at it. All right? That's the beginning. Yeah, you acknowledge it. Say it is there. I am carrying envy. It doesn't mean you are envy, but you carry envy. I'm carrying pride. No? I'm carrying jealousy. I'm carrying anger. I'm carrying a sociopath in me. Yeah, if you noticed. Yeah? Psychopath, sociopath, killer, thief, liar, hypocrite, and so on and so on. Manipulator, right? So all these ones, they are very eager to meet you. Yeah. And this is the work. Yeah. And to get the courage for it, you need to be thankful, joyful, singing. That would be my very, very, very good advice for you. Yeah. Sing it out. Some very elegant and graceful way to learn to know yourself. Yeah. Okay. So I hope all this vibration thing and frequencies and end of time and transition is a little clearer to you now, and that you feel motivated to do the work. And that's the last thing. Look, whatever work you do it not for you as just you, because there is no you in that sense. There is only a self, and the self is every single human being here on earth, past and future. That is the self. Yeah. So whatever you do good with yourself, you do it good to others. All right? And whatever you do bad to yourself, you also do it bad to others. So be good with yourself, and everything comes sweet to you, and Jupiter wants to gift you, and Jupiter can gift you tremendously. Yeah. All right? Yeah. Thank you so much for your patience and for your support also, of course, always. And looking forward to see you. I'm so happy that we could have a meeting in Ramadan. It wasn't actually planned, but it came by itself, so we're very happy. And if we don't see each other before Eid, I wish you already very blessed days and a very happy Eid. Yeah, that you will feel it when you did the fasting well, no? And in Sufism, we have many levels of fasting. Yeah, so not eating, not drinking is not so difficult, right? Not such a hard thing to do, but already it deserves respect. Then, if you can fast from anger, lower emotions, then your fasting is already in a higher level. In the highest level, this is only for a few people, they are beyond time, and that means they're beyond themselves, and so they reside permanently in the view of the divine. No, they are gazing to the divine, and there is not anything you want more than that. All right. So thank you so much. All the best to you, to your families. Have good health, have good wealth, have good spirit, be in good spirit, and be in your best relationships that is possible. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And thank you very much for the helpers here, the team. Yeah, thank you. Allah bless you thousands of times. Assalamu alaikum.